You want power? Then understand this first. Power doesn't come from being liked. It doesn't come from having 10 friends cheering your name. It doesn't come from emotional speeches or fake motivation. Power comes from control, and control begins the moment you stop needing people. Inspired by Ayanokoji Kiyotaka from Classroom of the Elite. This is not a speech about friendship. This is not about teamwork. This is not about being understood. This is the Ayanokoji protocol. No friends, no emotions, just results. Listen carefully. Most people are weak for one reason. They need validation. They need someone to say, "You're doing great." They need someone to sit beside them while they struggle. They need emotional comfort. And that need is a chain. You check your phone for messages. You adjust your behavior to stay liked. You hesitate to outshine others because you're afraid of losing them. That's not strength, that's dependency. Ayanokoji never needed applause. He never needed approval. He didn't even need to be seen. He needed one thing only: victory. And that's why he wins. You want results? Then detach. Emotion clouds judgment. Anger makes you reckless. Love makes you blind. Fear makes you hesitate. Excitement makes you sloppy. When you are emotional, you are predictable. When you are predictable, you are controllable. The world doesn't reward emotion. It rewards efficiency. Look around you. The loudest people aren't the strongest. The most emotional aren't the smartest. The ones constantly posting their struggles aren't the ones dominating silently. The real threat is quiet. The real threat observes. The real threat calculates. That's what makes Ayanokoji dangerous. He doesn't react. He responds. There's a difference. Reaction is emotional. Response is strategic. You get insulted? Most people explode or shrink. He analyzes. You face betrayal? Most people cry or rage. He adjusts the board. You face pressure? Most people panic. He adapts. That's the protocol. Step 1. Eliminate emotional leakage. Stop showing everything. Your anger, hide it. Your excitement, control it. Your plans, silence them. Every emotion you display is information, and information is leverage. The moment people understand what moves you, they can move you. Don't give them that power. Calm face, steady voice, unshakable presence. You don't need to act cold. You need to become controlled. Step 2. Reduce social dependency. I'm not telling you to hate people. I'm telling you to stop relying on them. Friendships are fine, but dependency is fatal. If your mood depends on someone texting you, you're weak. If your productivity depends on someone motivating you, you're weak. If your confidence depends on approval, you're weak. Ayanokoji can sit alone for hours. No music, no distractions, no emotional drama. Just silence and growth. Ask yourself honestly, can you sit alone with your thoughts? Or do you run to noise because you're scared of facing yourself? Step 3. Obsession with results. People talk about effort, but effort is irrelevant without outcome. You don't get paid for trying. You don't get respected for attempting. You don't win for almost. You win for results. Ayanokoji doesn't care how hard it looks. He cares about what works. That means, if being silent works, be silent. If being underestimated works, let them underestimate you. If playing weak gives you advantage, play weak. Your ego is your enemy. Results are your only loyalty. Understand this. You don't need to prove your strength every day. You need to build it, quietly. The most dangerous weapon is the one nobody sees being sharpened. Step 4. Master observation. Before he acts, Ayanokoji watches. He studies people, their habits, their tone changes, their insecurities, their ambitions. He collects data, because knowledge beats emotion every time. You walk into a room and immediately think about how you're being perceived. He walks into a room and studies everyone else. Shift your focus. Stop worrying about being liked. Start learning how people move. The one who understands human behavior controls the game. Step 5. Emotional neutrality under pressure. Pressure reveals weakness. When things go wrong, most people collapse emotionally. They complain. They panic. They look for someone to blame. Ayanokoji, he becomes calmer. Because chaos is opportunity. When others are emotional, they make mistakes. When you stay neutral, you see openings. This is not about being heartless. It's about being stable. There's a difference. You can feel emotions, but you don't let them drive. Imagine this. You fail an exam. You lose money. Someone betrays you. 2 choices. React emotionally, or analyze strategically. The emotional path feels satisfying in the moment. The strategic path builds power long-term. Choose long-term. Step 6. Build yourself in silence. Stop announcing your grind. Stop posting every move. Stop telling people your future plans. When Ayanokoji moves, nobody sees it coming. Because he doesn't seek attention. Attention is distraction. Silence is protection. There's power in being underestimated. When people think you're average, they lower their guard. When they lower their guard, you control the pace. Let them laugh. Let them ignore you. Let them think you're ordinary. Then surpass them without warning. Shock is a weapon. Step 7. Detach from praise and insults. This one is critical. If insults hurt you deeply, you are controlled. If praise excites you deeply, you are controlled. Both are external forces affecting your internal state. That's weakness. You need neutrality. Someone calls you useless, data point. Someone calls you genius, data point. Neither defines you. Only your results do. If your self-worth fluctuates with opinions, you will never be stable. Ayanokoji doesn't chase recognition. He doesn't flinch at criticism. He stays centered. And that stability terrifies people, because they can't manipulate him. Step 8. Long-term vision over short-term feelings. Most people choose comfort. They skip workouts because they're tired. They avoid hard conversations because they're uncomfortable. They delay discipline because they don't feel like it. Feelings change hourly. Results require consistency. Discipline is not emotional. It's mechanical. You wake up and execute. You don't ask yourself if you feel motivated. You follow the system. Create routines. Non-negotiable habits. Fixed study hours. Fixed training time. Fixed skill practice. No debate, no emotion, just execution. Step 9. Strategic use of people. This is controversial, but listen carefully. You don't manipulate for cruelty. You align interests. Everyone acts out of self-interest. Understand that. If you want cooperation, understand what the other person wants. Leverage alignment. Ayanokoji doesn't force people. He positions situations where their interests push them to act. That's intelligence. Stop being naive. The world runs on incentives. Learn them. Use them ethically. But never ignore them. Step 10. Accept isolation. The higher you rise, the fewer people understand you. When you stop being emotional, when you stop chasing drama, when you stop wasting time, you will feel alone. That's normal. Growth separates. Weak people bond over comfort. Strong people bond over purpose. If you choose purpose, expect fewer companions. But remember, you're not building popularity. You're building power. And power often grows in solitude. Now let me tell you something important. This protocol is not about becoming a robot. It's about becoming unshakable. You can still care, but you don't collapse. You can still love, but you don't lose yourself. You can still have friends, but you don't need them to function. Dependency is weakness. Choice is strength. When you choose to be alone, that's power. When you need to be around people, that's vulnerability. Train yourself to be complete alone. Then relationships become optional, not essential. That's freedom. Think about your current life. Where are emotions controlling you? Is it jealousy? Comparison? Loneliness? Fear of missing out? Cut it. Cold doesn't mean cruel. Cold means clear. Clear thinking wins wars. Clear thinking builds empires. Clear thinking turns average people into threats. You want to know why most people stay average? Because they are too emotional to stay consistent. One bad comment ruins their week. One rejection destroys their confidence. One failure ends their effort. You will be different. Failure is data, rejection is filtering, criticism is feedback, nothing personal, everything strategic. Adopt this mindset and watch what happens. You become harder to shake, harder to manipulate, harder to defeat, and eventually, harder to ignore. That's when respect comes. Not because you demanded it, but because your results forced it. And here's the final truth. No friends, no emotions doesn't literally mean isolation forever. It means this. Your mission comes first. If friends support it, good. If they distract, distance. If emotions strengthen you, use them. If they weaken you, control them. Just results. At the end of the day, nobody lives your life for you. Nobody suffers your failures. Nobody builds your future. That responsibility is yours. So stop waiting for understanding. Stop waiting for support. Stop waiting for the perfect emotional state. Start executing. Calm mind. Cold focus. Silent growth. That is the Ayanokoji protocol. And if you truly follow it, you won't need to announce your transformation. People will feel it. In your presence. In your silence. In your results. No friends. No emotional weakness. Just controlled power. Now ask yourself one final question. Are you ready to be alone long enough to become unstoppable? Good. You're still here. That means a part of you understands something most people don't. This path isn't comfortable. It isn't glamorous. It isn't loud. It's silent. And silence is where transformation happens. Let's go deeper. Most people misunderstand Ayanokoji Kiyotaka from Classroom of the Elite. They think he's emotionless. He's not. He's disciplined. There's a difference. Emotionless means empty. Disciplined means controlled. He feels. He simply refuses to let feelings decide his direction. That's what you need to build. Emotional discipline. Right now, your life is probably dictated by how you feel in the moment. You skip the gym because you're tired. You avoid studying because you're bored. You procrastinate because you're overwhelmed. You scroll because you're lonely. Feelings are temporary. Results are permanent. You have been trained since childhood to prioritize comfort. Do what makes you happy. Follow your heart. Protect your peace, but no one told you the truth. Growth is uncomfortable. Discipline is boring. Mastery is repetitive. Winning is lonely. If you chase comfort, you stay average. If you chase results, you become dangerous. And danger doesn't beg for company. Let's talk about emotional triggers. What makes you angry instantly? Disrespect? Being ignored? Comparison? These are weaknesses. Because they control you. If someone can provoke you with words, they control your state. If someone can make you insecure with their success, they control your focus. Ayanokoji would observe that reaction inside himself. He wouldn't explode. He would analyze. Why did that bother me? That question is power. Instead of reacting outwardly, he refines inwardly. You must do the same. Every time you feel a strong emotional spike, pause. Don't express it immediately. Study it. Emotions are signals. They reveal insecurity, ego, attachment. Fix the root. Then no one can use it against you. Now let's talk about friendships. Understand this clearly. Most friendships are built on shared weakness. Complaining together, escaping responsibility together, mocking others together, wasting time together. That's not brotherhood. That's mutual stagnation. True alliances are built on growth, but growth requires discipline, and discipline is rare. So if you feel alone while improving yourself, good, It means you're separating from mediocrity. You don't need to announce that you're different. Just become different. Silently. Let them party. Let them gossip. Let them chase temporary pleasure. You chase skill. You chase leverage. You chase results. In 5 years, the gap will speak for you. Now let's go even darker. Detach from identity. Most people are trapped by labels. I'm an emotional person. I'm not good at math. I'm shy. I'm lazy. I'm an introvert. These are mental prisons. Ayanokoji doesn't cling to identity. He adapts. If the situation requires confidence, he displays it. If the situation requires invisibility, he becomes background. If the situation requires aggression, he calculates it. He is fluid. You are stuck defending who you think you are. Drop it. Identity is flexible. You are not lazy. You are undisciplined. And discipline can be trained. You are not bad at socializing. You are inexperienced, and experience can be gained. You are not weak. You are untrained. And training changes everything. When you remove emotional attachment to identity, improvement becomes easier. Because you stop protecting your weaknesses, you start correcting them. Now let's address fear. Fear of failing. Fear of embarrassment. Fear of rejection. Fear is emotional projection. It imagines worst-case outcomes and makes you freeze. Ayanokoji doesn't fear exposure, because he calculates risk. Instead of what if I fail, he thinks, what are the probabilities? Instead of what if they laugh at me, he thinks, what do I gain long-term? Replace emotional fear with analytical thinking. Fear loses power when examined logically. Now listen carefully. You don't need to become cruel. You don't need to stop caring about everyone. But you must stop prioritizing feelings over progress. When you wake up tired, discipline acts. When you feel unmotivated, discipline acts. When you feel lonely, discipline acts. Feelings can exist. They just don't get the steering wheel. This is what separates ordinary from elite. Ordinary people need to feel good to perform. Elite performers perform regardless of feeling. That's the shift. Imagine a version of yourself who wakes up on time every day, trains even when exhausted, studies even when bored, stays calm when insulted, thinks before speaking, observes more than reacting, speaks less, listens more. That version doesn't seek validation. That version doesn't chase attention. That version moves like a shadow. And shadows are hard to hit. Let's talk about silence again. Silence is misunderstood. People think silence is weakness. It's not. Silence is information control. When you speak too much, you reveal intentions. When you argue emotionally, you reveal insecurity. When you brag, you reveal ego. Ayanokoji speaks when necessary. Short, precise, calculated. That's power. You don't need to win every argument. You need to win long-term. Sometimes the strongest move is no move. Sometimes the smartest reply is no reply. Let people underestimate you. Let them think you're passive. Then outperform them quietly. That contrast creates shock, and shock creates dominance. Now understand this final layer of the protocol, self-sufficiency. If everything was taken away tomorrow, your friends, your social media, your environment, would you still be strong? Or would you collapse? Build yourself to the point where you can survive alone. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. When you don't depend on anyone, you negotiate from power. When you need nothing, you cannot be threatened. That's freedom. And freedom is the highest form of strength. But this path is not easy. You will question yourself. You will feel isolated. You will feel misunderstood. But remember why you started. You are not trying to be liked. You are trying to be effective. You are not trying to be emotional. You are trying to be stable. You are not trying to impress. You are trying to improve. And improvement requires sacrifice. Late nights, Early mornings, missed parties, fewer conversations, more solitude. But solitude is where you sharpen. Think of yourself as a blade. Every day of discipline sharpens you. Every emotional reaction dulls you. Every distraction rusts you. Choose sharpening. Choose silence. Choose results. One day people will notice the difference. They will say you changed. They will say you became cold. They will say you're distant. They won't understand the discipline behind it. That's fine. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this for your future. Remember this line: you don't need many allies when you are strong enough alone. That is the final evolution of the Ayanokoji protocol. No dependency. No emotional chaos. No unnecessary noise. Just clarity. Just strategy. Just results. And when you master that, you won't need to announce your power. Your presence will say everything. Now decide. Are you ready to detach from weakness? Or will you stay comfortable and average? The protocol doesn't wait. Execution starts now. You're still asking for more. Good. Because the Ayanokoji protocol isn't something you hear once and understand. It's something you absorb layer by layer, until it rewires you. Let's go deeper. There is a stage most people never reach, the stage where you stop fighting the world and start mastering yourself. Most people are at war with others. They compete for attention. They argue for validation. They chase status. They try to prove they're superior. That's low-level thinking. High-level thinking is different. You don't compete emotionally. You optimize strategically. When someone flexes, you analyze. When someone insults, you measure. When someone tries to dominate, you observe. Because real dominance is internal. If your mind is stable, no external force can destabilize you. Understand this clearly. Emotional control is not suppression. It's command. Suppression means you're hiding chaos. Command means there is no chaos to begin with. That's the level you need. Let's talk about pain. Pain is unavoidable. Disappointment, rejection, loss, failure. Most people interpret pain emotionally. Why me? This isn't fair, I deserve better. But the protocol teaches something different. Pain is training. Every setback is conditioning, if you respond correctly. When you get rejected, you gain information. When you fail, you identify weaknesses. When you lose, you expose gaps. Emotion says, this hurts. Strategy says, this teaches. Choose strategy. Now understand something critical. You cannot become emotionally unshakable overnight. This is trained. Here's how. Micro-discipline. Start small. When your alarm rings, get up immediately. No snooze. That small action trains authority over your impulses. When you want to check your phone, delay it by 10 minutes. That trains control. When you want junk food, choose something disciplined instead. That trains restraint. Small wins build internal dominance, and internal dominance creates external power. Ayanokoji didn't become calm in chaos by accident. He was conditioned. You must condition yourself. Let's talk about ego. Ego is emotional attachment to being right. It makes you argue unnecessarily. It makes you defend mistakes. It makes you refuse to adapt. Drop it. You don't need to be right. You need to win long term. Sometimes losing an argument gives you advantage. Sometimes letting someone believe they won gives you leverage. Strategic humility is power. Remember that. Now let's talk about invisibility. The most underestimated position is neutral. Not loud, not flashy, not dramatic. Neutral. When you're neutral, people reveal themselves. They underestimate you. They relax around you. They expose weaknesses. And you collect information. Information is ammunition. But you never fire emotionally. Only strategically. This is the mindset shift. Stop trying to dominate conversations. Start dominating outcomes. Outcomes are what matter. Results are what matter. Not who talked the most. Not who looked confident. Not who got the last word. Outcomes. Let's talk about loneliness again. Because it will come. When you stop gossiping, people distance. When you stop wasting time, people feel judged. When you stop reacting emotionally, people feel uncomfortable. They're used to chaos. Your stability makes them uneasy. That's fine. Your mission is not to comfort their insecurity. Your mission is to evolve. And evolution separates. But here's the secret most people miss. Isolation is temporary. Once you level up, you attract a different circle. Disciplined people recognize disciplined energy. Focused people respect focused presence. But you must endure the transition phase, the phase where you outgrow your environment. Don't panic during that phase. It's proof of growth. Now let's go even deeper. Detach from outcomes emotionally. Yes, you focus on results, but you don't emotionally collapse if things go wrong. You prepare. You execute. You adjust. No drama. If something fails, you refine the strategy. Not your self-worth. Your identity should not be tied to one win or one loss. You are the system, not the single event. If one plan fails, build another. If one path closes, calculate a new one. Emotion says, it's over. Strategy says, it's not optimized yet. That's the difference between average and elite. Average people quit when discouraged. Elite people adjust when blocked. Let's talk about presence. You don't need to speak loudly to command attention. Stillness does that. When you're calm in chaos, people notice. When you don't chase attention, people get curious. When you don't react, people feel tension. That tension is authority. Your goal is not to intimidate physically. It's to intimidate mentally. And mental intimidation comes from unpredictability. If people can't read your next move, they hesitate. If they hesitate, you control tempo. Control tempo. Control the game. Now understand this final truth of the extended protocol. You are building an inner fortress. A place where insults don't penetrate, praise doesn't inflate, fear doesn't paralyze, temptation doesn't distract. An internal system so stable that external chaos feels small. That is power. Not muscles, not followers, not applause. Power is composure. Power is restraint. Power is patience. And patience wins wars others rush into. So from this moment, stop reacting instantly. Pause before speaking. Think before responding. Act after calculating. Train daily. Disappear when necessary. Return stronger. And remember this line. The quietest person in the room is often the most dangerous. Not because they are violent, but because they are prepared. You don't need many friends. You need clarity. You don't need emotional highs. You need consistent execution. You don't need to be understood. You need to be effective. No friends. No emotional chaos. Just results. Now the real question isn't whether you understand this. It's whether you have the discipline to live it. Because understanding is easy. Execution is rare. And rarity is where power lives.